All right, this video is going to talk all about SEO for physical therapists, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and common areas where physical therapists go wrong with their physical therapy clinics and SEO. So before I jump into this video, what I want to make very clear is that not all SEO is created equal, meaning that there are dozens of different things that you can do on your website and off your website to help your SEO. Certain things will be more impactful than others. Not all activities are created equal. So a lot of SEO companies will give blanket strategies for every single physical therapist clinic. And even worse, they'll have a client that's maybe a lawyer and they'll use the exact same strategy for your physical therapy business. And that just, it doesn't work. It doesn't always work. Especially even between two different physical therapy clinics. Let's say one's a multi-location business on the East Coast and there's a physical therapist in a small town in Idaho. Those two businesses are likely going to require different strategies. So I just want to make that very clear before jumping into this video that not all of these are created equal. So, but what is the most important aspect of physical therapy SEO across the board in terms of how people search? And it's the Google Local Pack. This is what the Google Local Pack looks like. When people are searching for physical therapy clinics, what do they often do? Most of them are going to go to Google first, and likely from their smartphone. They may be on, on the couch watching Netflix, but have their smartphone out, and they'll type in something like "best physical therapy in Portland" or "physical therapy near me." And the very first thing that shows up is what's called this Google Local Pack. The businesses that show up here, and there's only 3 businesses that show up here, they get the majority of the traffic, the clicks, the calls. This is beachfront real estate on the internet for physical therapists. And so as a physical therapist, this is sort of the holy grail when it comes to local SEO. People typing in, ACL, physical therapy in Portland, physical therapy for seniors in Portland, best physical therapist in Portland. There's dozens of variations of this, but the Google Local Pack is likely going to populate for 99% of those local searches. Give it a shot yourself. Type in, wherever you're located, type in all the variations of those searches. Physical therapist in town, best physical therapy near me, and you'll see that the Google Local Pack shows up for those searches. So again, this is why the local pack is so important, because people are searching this way. And we see that this is a tool called Google Trends. This is directly from Google. And this is over the last 5 years, how has the search phrase physical therapy near me changed? And you can see that it's dramatically going up. People are searching near me nowadays. So whether they're in Southeast Portland, Northeast Portland, Beaverton, Oregon, they're going to probably type in something like physical therapy near me. And the results that show up are not always the closest physical therapist. There's a variety of factors that go into it. There might be a physical therapist a half a mile away, but Google's choosing to show a physical therapist 1.2 miles away. Just because if you're in Southeast Portland, your clinic's in Southeast Portland, and people in Southeast Portland are searching for physical therapy near me, that doesn't necessarily mean that your business is going to show up. So how do you rank in this Google Local Pack as a physical therapy clinic? The answer is, one of the answers, Google is looking at over 100 different factors, ranking factors as Google calls it, that determine if you're going to show up in the Google Local Pack. One of the most important ranking factors that Google itself has stated is your Google My Business profile. So one, if you don't have a Google My Business profile, you need to create one. They're free. Second, this is the back end of a Google My Business profile. And you can add in dozens of different pieces of information. Obviously, your name, address, your phone number, your hours of operation. But then you can get deeper. You can add a description. You can add services. You can add products. You can add attributes. You can add all these different things. And what Google loves is comprehensiveness. So if your description right now is, we're a team of physical therapists in Portland, come in for a visit today, that's 1 or 2 sentences. Google allows 750 characters. So you want to state very, very comprehensively what you do. Do you specialize in balanced physical therapy? Are you a sports physical therapist and you really want to see and support and help patients that have ACL tears, labral tears in their shoulder, major injuries? Are you specifically focused on work injury patients? So these are the types of things that you can provide comprehensive information for within your Google My Business. There are dozens of other physical therapy SEO strategies. Here are just a couple. The header tags on your page, your title tags, your meta description, schema, content on your site, all these different things. This is just a handful. So what can you do, right? When there's so many activities that you could do, what should you do? That's going to depend on your specific situation and running a comprehensive audit to see where your business is lacking. But for the sake of this video, I'll just talk about two that we frequently see. So the first is NAP consistency. NAP stands for name, address, phone number. This is a screenshot from Google's SEO starter guide. Yes, Google releases an SEO starter guide that it shares, what you should and shouldn't do. And you can see that I've highlighted the word trust over and over again. And why this is important with name, address, phone number is because a lot of businesses have inconsistent information across the internet. So here's an example of a physical therapy clinic and inconsistency with their name, address, and phone number. So what this means is this is information from their Google My Business. So their name on their Google My Business is North Lake Physical Therapy. However, on their Facebook page, their business name might be North Lake PT Clinic. On their Yelp page, it might be North Lake Physical Therapy again. On a different platform, it might be North Lake Physical Therapy in Portland. Same thing with phone number. A lot of folks, they'll try to use different phone numbers for different platforms to be able to track the data, which sounds like a great idea. They say, I'm going to have one phone number on my Facebook, one phone number on my website, one phone number on my Google My Business. So I know I can track at the end of the month where the calls are coming from. And while that seems valuable, what's really happening is it's providing inconsistent information to Google, which is lowering Google's trust. It says, okay, there's this business out there. Their phone number on their website says this. Their phone number on their Google My Business says this. And their phone number on Facebook says something else. And so if I show this result to a user, Google's saying, I don't know if I trust that the user, if they pick up the phone and call, they're actually going to get to a human on the other end. And so having inconsistent information with your name, address, phone number can be detrimental. The next thing is writing comprehensive content. So as a physical therapist, you should be writing content for your users that targets the questions and queries that they have. So for this on the left here, this is a physical therapy clinic that we've supported since about August, end of July 2020. And in the last year, they've gone from about 1,000 visitors per month from Google to in April, they had about 23,000, and they're on track for 30,000 this month. And I'll show an example of what this looks like. You're probably thinking, well, what do we write content around? So we wrote a piece of content for them on heel spur versus plantar fasciitis. People are asking this question to Google. We can actually see some information here that their website has gotten 131 visitors from just this query, not difference between plantar fasciitis, not just this exact phrasing, 131 visitors in the last 7 days because they're ranking first for this keyword. This page last month got over 1,000 visitors total. And this month it's on track for probably closer to 1,400 visitors. Just one page, one piece of content on the site, bringing in over 1,000 visitors a month. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of topics like this that physical therapists can create content around. It's really never ending. And this is what will result in increased traffic to your site from people that have the problem that you're looking to solve. People that are wondering, do I have heel spurs or do I have plantar fasciitis? Well, they can likely use your help if they're located in your area. So these are some physical therapy SEO strategies that you should definitely consider. Thanks so much for watching.